Hello, my brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heijen, and I'm a dragon witch. And I would love to explain to you a bit more about this spiritual path that can be difficult and challenging, especially in the beginning of your path. And that is where I want to talk to you about the goddess that I love so much. And I talk a lot about her, but actually not enough. Every time when I say to people that I worship Tiamat, the dragon goddess, everyone would say, "Who is that?" Or "What kind of a demon is that?" Well, my brothers and sisters, when I was very much confused in the beginning of my path, I joined a cult. I mean, not a cult, a coven. A coven because I felt something witchy myself and I felt the need that I need to express this. So someone said to me, "Why don't you join our coven?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? What do I have to lose?" But inside of this coven, everyone has to do the same thing because there was a high priestess and we all needed to do what she said, like standing up and do rituals together and in the name of Hecate and goddesses like this. But I was sick and tired of that. I didn't want to worship that goddess. I have nothing with that goddess. The triple goddess, I don't care about the triple goddess. Maybe my sister, but I don't mind. So I said to this high priestess, "Is there any chance that I can worship my goddess?" And she said, "Who is your goddess?" I said, "Tiamat." And she immediately like, "But she's the dark goddess. She's a dark goddess. She's the Mesopotamian or Babylonian dark goddess. She is actually not good." And I said to her, "But I feel her." And I said to her, "I feel that I am one of her children." And she was like laughing and holding her laugh down, like, "You, a child of Tiamat, a child of that goddess? That cannot be, because the only thing that she had for children were monsters." I said, "Yeah, dragons. And I feel the dragon very much within." And I was like, how dare you say that my goddess is a monster? You can easily say that of your goddess. I mean, I have so many people, actually, especially in Christianity, who says that whoever I worship, even if they don't know her, it's demonic or bad. Even in Wicca, my brothers and sisters, even there they declared Tiamat as the dark goddess. But I said to her, I said to the high priestess, according to the story, everything that breathes, everything that you hear, everything that you see on earth is still her body. Without her energy, we are dead. And I just want to worship also nature and the four elements, because they are the dragons themselves as well. They are also the can be embodiment of dragons, and I feel the dragon very much within. I feel that I am, and that is because I was actually a bit frustrated because of what she said, and I said that I am a child of Tiamat. And she said, "How come? How do you know that?" I said to her, "There are many children of Tiamat. Many, many. Over all of these centuries. All of them lost within a different kind of skin. All of them. But all of them still alive with the blessing of Tiamat." Tiamat is not the kind of goddess who asks for worship, because she is already all powerful. Even if they split her in two, she was still alive. She could still grow. She could still have children and everything. And that is what people actually don't want to see, because Tiamat is not a human. And if the embodiment of a god is human, like the religions now, then everything is fine. Even Hecate, the one that was worshipped inside of Wicca, was also in the form of a human or maybe a dog. But of course, yeah, Tiamat is that of the dragons, the dragon goddess. She can also be seen as a human being with wings or with scales. She can come before you as just like a human being is, because you are one of these humans. And in order to, yeah, sometimes she comes before you as a human being inside of your dreams and visions, and even in everyday life you can even meet her as a human being, because dragons are not allowed in this world. So she needs a way to get in, and that is a human skin. So, my brothers and sisters, Tiamat is always seen as the dark goddess. Tiamat, because she has darkness, she has a lot of it. But every one of us has that. That is our legacy from Tiamat, that we all have. That we all have the darkness. But she is also, and that is what everyone forgets, that is also that she has a lot of light, much light. My brothers and sisters, we are the blessed ones of Tiamat. We are underneath her eye. She is always with us. Every single one of the dragons, and I am very much convinced that there is a dragon within yourself. Every single dragon was born within her womb. Very much. Even not here. I mean, what is the difference between the people here and the animals here and you? The difference is, my brothers and sisters, is because the animals and also humans were just born out of her hair, out of her body, out of her essence, out of her energy. But you, my brothers or sisters, you are born within her womb. You are a direct child of Tiamat, and that is where I am very much convinced in. And I do not worship her like she needs it, like she needs prayers or something like this. No, I worship her like a mother to a son. And that is how you should actually worship if you want to worship dragons. If you want to worship your dragon god, it can also be other dragon gods like Fafnir or Quetzalcoatl or Leviathan that is very much close to you. You can always worship them, but always worship them in a way like a mother or like a mother or a father to a child, and not like a servant like that you need to obey. No, that is just weird. Of course. This and that is where I was wrong in. I was very much wrong. Of course, I needed to find it out to join a coven, because we do not belong in a coven. We do not belong with a lot of other people with different kind of minds, because a dragon is very specific in their ideas, and so are you, very specific. And of course, that if you want to worship something, it's going to be out of love and not out of necessity, not because they ask it. Of course, just like in Wicca, and I'm not going to say that it's not, just like in Wicca, we should actually worship nature. Nature in itself, because in the story, she laid herself down and everything that grows is still her. And I agree with this, that the spiritual path of the dragon has a high connection with nature, because Fafnir is fire, Quetzalcoatl is air, Leviathan is water, and Tiamat is the earth and also water in itself, but that is the streams and rivers. And that together, it creates life. And of course, to this priestess, that was unheard of. And also the sign that I was not belonging there, not at all. I am a witch. We are witches because we look like humans. And we have the power of the dragon within us. We have the power and the magic and the essence and the mind, and everything that is within you is that of the dragon. But they cannot see it. You are a human being. And just as your skin, it's just human being. So whatever you are a magic user. Whatever you think of, you're a magic user. And the kind of magic that they would declare you a witch back in the day, and they would burn you at the stake or hang you for being a witch because you can do magic. The things that happened to me just out of sheer thought and mind was just it was magic. And also, the first time that I've met my dragon, I can only describe that feeling as magic. I could not describe it any differently. So it was actually a very good idea to get out of that coven, because it was not made for us. We are together alongside with dragons. This is our dragon coven. Our dragon coven belongs of your dragon god, and yourself. This is your coven. This is where you should join. Of course, there can be other dragons wanting to join your dragon coven, you can say, but it's only exists of you and dragons. Even other people on the dragon's path are so different from you that you cannot go inside of some kind of a group, or maybe you can come together once or twice, but not all the time, so that you can say, stand up and do a ritual, and do my ritual. I did a lot of rituals, but I do not say that you need to do them. It can be like the ritual that I blow energy inside of with air inside of my image of the dragon, or maybe that I lay down so that the dragon can possess me or things like this. I made a lot of these rituals, but I do not say that you need to do the same. You need to do it out of your own heart, and how to do your rituals comes from your love for the dragon. And I call you my brother and sister simply for the reason that we are all children of Tiamat. But it can be that of course, that your dragon god is another dragon god that stands closer to you. For example, it can be that Leviathan is the one that claims you, really, claims you, and that is typically dragons. They claim you. they claim you very much. Dragons claim you. I can say that, and I don't mind that. I love that. And dragons claim you so much. You are their property, and whatever something happens, something goes wrong with their property, but not property that that they are doing everything what they want. No, of course they respect you very much, but in a draconic kind of way, in a different kind of way than that humans would do. So yeah, a bit of an explanation of that. But yeah, Tiamat is the dragon goddess that I worship, and not worship like in a religion, but worship as like a son to a mother. And that is what I love so much about the Dragon's Path, that we are not the one that's saying, oh, I want to win the lottery, please, I am so poor, give me money. You know, I could live inside of the forest like someone who doesn't have a house, and because I love the forests, and you can see very much that I am very much close to Tiamat, because here in this forest, I want to protect it. Even though I cannot protect it, they are still cutting trees, they are still killing animals, and it hurts. That hurts every time when I see that. It hurts. And that is the way how you can see that you are a child of Tiamat, because what is her story? That is what the priestess said to me. She only had monsters by her side. I said to her, they were dragons. They were dragons, and they were protecting her. And that is what dragons do. They protect her. They protect them. They would protect their children. They would protect their house against those who want to attack it. And that is what I want to say. They attacked my forest. They attack my forest every single day. And every single day, it hurts. Like they would attack Tiamat, her essence, her energy. What I can feel is that Tiamat doesn't have a lot of love for humans. And I understand that very much, but neither have I a lot of love for humans. I do like this every time when I stand before my dragon, because they do so much wrong. And so if I would decide to take the side of Marduk or your Yahweh, like a religion now, or the gods that they worship now, to my eyes, they are not gods. They are not the good ones. But even in the story, it said Tiamat is the bad guy, and that is why this priestess said, why are you worshiping a bad goddess? It's like this, like, why are you doing that? Because I feel everything of her, because she's with me. It was like, why are you doing this? Because I feel her. You are worshipping Hecate, and you don't even feel anything about her. But I worship Tiamat as a son to a mother, because I feel her. Every time when I go to the forest, I feel her. And every time when a human cuts a tree or kills an animal, I despise them. I want to protect it, but I cannot do it, of course. And that is how you can see that you are born out of the womb of Tiamat, my brothers and sisters. And that is why you can say that you don't belong inside of a coven. A lot of people say you belong inside of a dragon coven. And that is true, but not made out of humans. Not even the ones who are on the dragon's path. That is your dragon coven, or the ones that belong really with you, because you are born out of the womb of Tiamat, are other dragons. You are actually lost inside of this world, just as well as I am. But I don't feel lost every single time that I think of Tiamat or think of the dragon. Whenever I go to sleep, most of the time I have bad thoughts, but whenever I think of Tiamat or my dragon, it's fine, it's okay. And that is how you should do it, my brothers and sisters. Tiamat is not an evil goddess, and I know that you feel that. And the other dragon gods, not at all. They are not evil. They are very much misunderstood by humans. And I know that you understand them very much. So my brothers and sisters, be blessed.